Hey, my name's Christopher Boone, and to the left is my dad, and to the right is my mom. Right now, I'm 17 years old, but 2 years ago when I was 15, something amazing happened in my life. This event changed my entire life. Let me tell you about it. Back in the day when I was 15, I wanted to be an astronaut. But now, I think my opinion has changed. I want to go to university, take A-level math, and take A-level physics. Then I want to go to university, maybe in London, maybe not. I am about to tell you about the murder of my neighbor's dog, Wellington, and solving the case changed my entire life. I became more responsible, more self-aware, and more independent. Now, before I start telling my story, I should make one thing clear. My family was never your average family. My mom and dad would always be fighting. My dad would be yelling at me, or my mom would be yelling at me. So my childhood was probably not your average. But sadly, when I was 15, my mom passed away. The times without mom were pretty hard. It was just me and my dad, no more mom. I missed her a lot. When I was trying to figure out who killed Wellington, I was walking around town a lot, asking people questions. Now, at first, asking people questions was really weird, because it was talking to people I never met before. But I talked to a woman named Mrs. Alexander, and at first I was really scared, but after, I was surprised. She was a really nice person, and I learned that talking to strangers isn't so bad, and I should probably try it sometime. Now, while I was investigating Wellington's murder, my dad told me not to, because it was best I should stay out of people's business. But I wanted to prove him wrong, so I kept on trying to solve the case. So I went up into his room and I was looking around, and I found letters from my mom. But wait, how's that possible? My mom passed away. But then when I started to read the letters, I realized they were from my mom, and she had passed away, but these letters were from weeks ago, even days ago. What's going on here? Then my dad found the letters I had been reading from my mom. The same letters he was hiding from me all this time, to hide the fact that Mom, she didn't die. She went to go marry another man. This crushed me. Dad bursted out into tears, saying how bad of a father he's been recently. I was really scared of Dad. He was just really scary now. He also told me he was the one who killed Wellington. I had to get out of here. I had to run away. How could I stay with a murderer and a man who lied to me about my mom? While I was running away to go find my mom, all by myself, being so independent, I realized maybe things aren't always as they seem. Maybe even the people you love most, you can't trust them sometimes. Because my dad, a big role model in my life, I can't even trust him anymore. So that means I can't even trust people I love sometimes. I'm so confused right now. Confused about everything. In my mom's letters, she told me she lived in London. And she told me her new address, so I decided to get onto the subway and go find her. But I ran into some issues. I've never really been this independent. I've always been with my dad or my mom going somewhere. I've never been alone. I didn't even know how to buy a train ticket. I didn't know which side of the platform to stand on. It was just a really big mess. But looking back at it, this independence helped me a lot later in life. It helped develop me as a man. Guess what? I found my mom. That train ride, as brutal as it was, I found my mom, and boy, was it nice. I thought my mom was dead. Seeing her was like seeing her come back from the dead. It was really cool, and I missed her a lot. Even though she yelled at me, I still missed her a lot. She's my mom anyways. I love her. Then, while I was at my mom's house, my dad came storming in, asking for me to come back home. Now, before my dad lied to me about my mom, and before I found out he killed Wellington, my dad represented a lot to me. He was safety. I trusted him. He broke my trust, and now I don't feel safe with him. Even to this day, I still find it really hard to trust my dad. That affected me a lot. Eventually, me and my dad, we became kind of cool, but not the same as we used to be. He bought me a dog named Sandy, and with my newfound responsibility, taking care of a dog wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. So I hope you enjoyed my story. Now, some things you should take away from it are that I'm an improved man. I took so much out of the situation for the good. The only thing that was bad was me and my dad aren't on the best terms right now, but we're slowly getting there, bit by bit. Eventually, we'll be just like we used to be. Best buddies. Now, from this story, I gained independence, self-awareness, and responsibility. I'm a changed man. I can do anything now. My name is Christopher Boone. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoy it.